It's week 3 of the Texas high school football season, Prove It week across the Lone Star State. Don't make me run. I'm full of chocolate. We're fixing to pick 'em. Welcome into Fixin' to Pick 'em in partnership with the NFHS Networks, your guide to the Texas high school football weekend. My name is Greg Tepper of Dave Campbell's Texas Football and TexasFootball.com. Thank you so much for tuning in. Prove It week. We've got through 2 weeks of the Texas high school football season. Who's for real? Who's not? We're going to start to separate it. We're going to start in Ennis. 7:30 p.m. Friday night at Lions Stadium in Ennis. It's the Waxahachie Indians taking on the Ennis Lions in a colossal non-district matchup. What are the keys to this one? Number one, Ennis running between the tackles. We know what Ennis is about. Jack Alvarez has instilled in this team a hard-nosed attitude where they're going to hand the ball to Tyson Thompson and grind it out on the ground. Waxahachie's defense has been good, not great, against the run. How do they handle what's going to be a very fierce Lions rushing attack? Key number 2, big plays for Waxahachie. Let me give you an impression here, okay? Imagine that I'm Waxahachie quarterback Bryce Salek. Here's what I'm going to do. Go deep. No, keep going. Keep going. Okay, now. He's going to try to hit Jalen Rager, their big-time wide receiver, early and often. Take the top off this Ennis defense. How well does he do this? How well does the Ennis defense hold up? And key number 3, revenge. There's no other way to put this. Last year, Ennis went to Waxahachie and they got embarrassed. Waxahachie pulled out the bag of tricks. They had onside kicks, trick plays. It was a smorgasbord of craziness, and Waxahachie came away with a win over the defending champs. So now Ennis already doesn't like Waxahachie. Waxahachie doesn't like Ennis, by the way. And now Ennis is mad. Real mad. Now Waxahachie has to go to Ennis. How do the Indians handle what will be a very hostile atmosphere? Who am I picking? It's close, but I like Ennis in this one. Not only are they at home, and not only do they have that big offensive line led by Trenton Rowland, and their running game is going to be great, I just think that extra little bit of revenge is going to give them motivation to get over the top. I expect a classic in this one, but I like the Lions to come out with the win. Let's head west, 7:30 p.m. Friday night at Peoples Bank Stadium in Wolfforth. It's Lubbock Cooper taking on the Wolfforth Friendship Tigers in a big-time panhandle matchup. What do we make of this one? Well, the key number 1, Lubbock Cooper's turnover margin. So last week, quarterback Jarrett Dagey for Lubbock Cooper got a little bit loose with the football, threw 3 interceptions. That is very un-Jarrett Dagey-like. But that also raises a question. Can the Wolfforth Friendship defense take advantage of a little bit of sloppiness if Cooper's willing to offer it? Key number 2. Is Friendship tested? We don't really know a whole lot about this Tigers team yet because, with all due respect to the 915, they've only played 2 El Paso teams, not exactly punching in their weight class. This will definitely be the biggest test for running back Garrison Johnson and company. How do they pass it? And key number 3, the fourth quarter. I'd be very surprised if this game is decided by more than about 10 or 14 points. I think this thing is going to be close into the fourth quarter. So who handles that final frame better? Friendship did have an impressive comeback win over El Paso El Dorado, scoring 21 points in the final quarter. Can Cooper match that or beat it? Who am I picking? I like Friendship here by a hair. Being at home is key for them, but beyond that, I think Friendship has a little bit to prove here. They haven't necessarily beaten a great team yet. This would be a great win for them. I think Jarrett Dagey and company will have something to say, but in the end, I think quarterback Chandler Brand and the Tigers come away with a win. 7:30 p.m. Friday night at Yo Field in Cameron. It's China Spring taking on Cameron Yo. This is a very impressive China Spring defense, but I don't think they've seen an attack quite like Zach Anderson, Sakori Smith are going to give them. I like the Yeomen to hold serve at home. 7 o'clock Friday night at the Rig in Pearland. It's Manville taking on Pearland. Does anybody have a better resume right now than Manville? Wins over Galena Park, North Shore, and Crosby. Very impressive. Can they make it 3 for 3? I think they can, but they got to watch out for this Pearland defense. I think Manville comes away with a very close win. And 7:30 p.m. Friday night at Woodforce Bank Stadium in Conroe. It's the Woodlands taking on Katy. This has not been a vintage Katy team. After losing in week 1 and struggling in week 2, this is a Katy team we have serious question marks about. And that defense better figure something out because quarterback Eric Schmid for the Woodlands is serious. And beyond that, the Woodlands has had Katy's number lately. I think the Woodlands come up with an upset win. But those are far from the only big games in Week 3 of the Texas high school football season. Let's get to the lightning round. I like Woodville over Orangefield. Give me West Orange Stark over Bridge City. And I think Texas High drops Liberty Ilo to an improbable 0-3. I think Cibolo Steel bounces back over San Antonio O'Connor. Give me Odessa Permian over El Paso Eastwood. And I'm taking Odom just barely over George West. Give me Tyler Lee over Nacogdoches, Munster over Howe, and I think Henderson beats Pittsburgh. I like Hutto in their district opener to beat Georgetown. Give me El Paso Chapin over newcomer El Paso Pebble Hills, and Denton Ryan takes down Wiley East. I like Post to beat Coleman. Carthage stays unbeaten with a win over White House, and in six-man action, I like Borden County to edge Calvert. And finally, down south, I like Bruni to beat Yorktown in their first game against a Texas team. I think Allen beats Coppell. That's going to do it for Fixing to Pick'em in partnership with the NFHS Networks. What am I wrong about? Which games did I miss? Leave comments down below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Follow us on Twitter at DCTF. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/DaveCamels. Follow us on Instagram, instagram.com/DaveCamels. And of course, see us at TexasFootball.com. Thanks for watching. Enjoy Week 3 of the Texas high school football season. We'll see you.